Hello and welcome to Gabbett Media. I'm Grant Abbott, and today I am very excited to say that it's the launch time for the game I've been working on for a long time called Atlas Empires. So in this video I'll talk about the game, look at the parts that I've made and the assets that I've made, talk about how the game plays and how it's very exciting, maybe give some tips for starting out, and with lots of gameplay and screen grabs. So if you didn't know, I have been working on a game with Cerberus International, making the buildings that go inside this game. So it's a big game, big company, and there's lots of people working on it, and I've had the buildings part, and I've done a few extra things like icons and so forth, but that's my main role. And there'll be lots of links in the description to the playlist of me making it. I'm using a tool called Blender, which is a free tool for making 3D assets and 3D models for games. So you too can be a game artist by learning this, and it doesn't cost you anything except a fair bit of time, to be fair. So check out the playlist in the description where I give detailed breakdowns of how I paint the models and how I build the models and so forth, and a bit about working with clients and so forth and what it's like working for a big games company. So what about the game then? Well, it's a bit like Pokemon Go meets Clash of Clans, so you've got the running around your local neighbourhood, as it were, finding assets and scavenging, but you've also got the sort of Clash of Clans style building a base, building power-ups and so forth, battling other bases, and there's lots to it. So you're fighting other enemies, destroying their bases, claiming land for yourself. So it's very exciting, really. I've really got into it, which is to my surprise, really, because I'm not a particular gamer. I suppose I do play games, role-play games on my PC, but not really mobile games, so this was a different one for me, but I found it really exciting and good fun. I love the fact that you're getting out and about, running around, and that improves what you're doing. It improves your bases, going out scavenging for treasure chests and things, and it was very exciting to go out, grab something that's a bit rare, and it gave me a bit of a buzz, thinking, oh excellent, my base is going to be that much better now, my army is going to be that much better, so I'm going to be that much more up the leaderboard. So not that I have anything against Pokemon Go, I never actually played it, but from what I see, it's just going around collecting rather than actually doing any battling. So this is that battle combination as well as the going around collecting things, which I think is a great combination, and it's been very exciting to play. The other thing I like about this game is that you don't have to run around playing it. You can just play it in your armchair or wherever you want to, but it helps if you go out and get treasure chests. It will build your empire that bit quicker, and I love that style, and that you can do either or is great. Okay, so let's take a little bit of a look at the assets that I've made, so you can see things like the wall, the mortar, bomb thing swaying from side to side, the builder's hut there, he looks like he's sleeping at the moment, and the stone quarry, this crossbow turret that's swirling around there, the sentry tower. This person's building is particularly good. They've got a really cool base. Here's me going out to battle, so I've deciding whether to attack this person. They've got a really interesting base. They've set up on each of the four corners, and I'm thinking, is that a good setup? Well, let's find out. So I send my archers in. Actually, no, I send my axemen in to just sort of completely destroy what's around, and then get my archers on the case as well. I've only got 5 archers, and then the rest are these axemen. That's my tactic anyway, and it's not really worked very well in this particular scenario. So it's quite a good idea having your what are they, defense systems like the crossbow tower here, surrounded by a wall, because the characters seem to sort of not go for walls, it seems. They go for the buildings, the easier option. So I needed my archers in there a bit earlier, I think. But really loving that there's all these different tactics. There's a sentry tower, so there's creatures coming out to come and get me here, and that mortar is really destroying my archers at the moment. So this really didn't work out for me, this one. And you can see my axemen going after the sentry tower. It destroys the sentry. They do well with the sentry tower, and then they go for the eagle temple. Very proud of my eagle temple there. I think that's one of my best assets, so look out for that one. And this mortar is, there's the base that I'm trying to destroy here, and I thought I'd just let them get destroyed so you could see how influential that mortar bomb can be, especially the fact that they haven't attacked it. So pretty crushing defeat there for me. But it's quite interesting, isn't it? The tactics that you can use and stuff. Here's me making a home. It's a house for the civilians. You need more civilians, so you can get things like more builders and so forth. You can advance your hall further and therefore get more stuff. Here's me running around my neighbourhood, going to the card dealers and getting a free card. You can buy cards from the card dealer with gold that you collect, or you can, if you find one, you get a free card as well. And then you can spend them on troops and so forth, troop upgrades and stuff like that. But you need a training ground, so it all links together as you'd expect with these things. Here I am just running around, getting lots of chests, lots of treasure chests. It's still a tiny bit buggy because, well, it's not necessarily a bug, but the map updates twice a day or something. So if you don't catch things before it updates, they stay there. And so sometimes you click on a treasure chest and it says it's not available, things like that. But they're minor things, they don't really get in the way of the gameplay. You've got potions as well that you can use. So you've got an army and you've got a certain amount of space for your army depending on the size of your barracks. And so I'm just going off on one explaining all this, but it's great fun. And you've got potions as well that you can use, like a healing potion on your units or a freeze potion on their units. So quite clever stuff. And you can really get into the tactics, and it's very exciting, I'll tell you. I thought I'd show you this clip that I was sent of a high-level battle, which is far more exciting than my low-level stuff where I am at the moment. But you can see here there's sort of different creatures that you can get, the different base makeup as well. So again, it's another chance to see some of my other rocket models. I was looking at a rocket then, but you can see the rocket that I've built there. What I've loved is I didn't do the assets of the moving characters or anything like that, but all the buildings and the bombs and the arrows and things like that, that's what I had the major influence in. Working with a great lead artist called Chris Handlauser, and he did all the sort of animated elements to the buildings, so them swinging about or glowing, and when they're being made and so forth, which just really sell the whole thing. It's just fantastic. So very excited to be a part of this. I think it's been it has been an amazing experience, and to see your models actually in game like this, it makes it all worthwhile. So a very proud moment for me. It's available at the moment, so it's a free game, so go download it, even if it's just to check out what wonderful models you can make in Blender. So if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. If you've got any thoughts about, if you want to see any other videos about, I don't know, gameplay or me explaining things about Atlas Empires, then let me know. Not that I'll do a great job of it, because I'm a bit of a noob, to be honest. Noob? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.